All right, welcome in to those of you that are going to be tuning into the replay. Today we have the amazing Tia Strikeland, and she is going to walk us through a beautiful breathing exercise to start us off. And we are also going to talk a little bit about electric expansion and some fun things coming up. So, Tia is a spiritual life coach. She is very heart-centered, very much in her wholehearted energy, and she works with somatic healing and grounding as practices to really step into the next level of transformation and healing. And we're really excited to have you here today.
Thank you, my love. I'm so excited to be here with all of you and talk about grounding and connecting to the earth element. That's such an important piece in my life. So, really excited to get into everything.
Amazing. So, so I think you're gonna get us started with some grounding breath, right?
Yes, I would love to. So, this is one of my favorite breathing techniques just to clear energy relatively quickly and to quickly like ground, find center. It's called the 478 breath. And so it resets the vagus nerve and calms our parasympathetic nervous system. So, you breathe in for 4 all the way in, you hold at the top for 7, and you breathe out for 8. So we can do that together. So we breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold at the top for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more time, and as you breathe in, just picture like breathing in, revitalizing energy. When you hold at the top, imagine yourself full. Imagine that energy like flooding into your system. And then as you release, let go of anything that no longer serves you. So we're going to go one more time. So we breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just shake it out if you want to. Just
All right, amazing. So tell us a little bit about the benefits of that breath and why it really helps us ground.
Yes. So even in the 2 rounds we just did, typically you can do 3 to 5, but it really helps to, again, just reset that vagus nerve and show your nervous system that you're in safety. So I do recommend if you're not used to breathing this way, maybe sitting down when you do it. That's all I would say, because it can give you a little bit of a lightheadedness. But it's one of my favorite breath techniques because you feel a very real sense of that relief and release at the end.
Amazing, I love that. So we're really curious to know about your journey. What's the story of the most disconnected you've ever felt to Earth and you coming to this place now?
Mm, that's a really good question. So I think the most disconnected I've ever felt was probably right out of college, trying to figure out what I was going to do, running around in circles. And one thing that has was a big element of my journey when I was younger was being so caught up in the mind and always ignoring my body. And so that really didn't serve me in a lot of ways. Like when it would come to decision making, when it would come to everyday life, I would just spin in circles and in circles with what I should do, who I should be, and the path forward. And over time, I have just learned that getting back into the body gives you that access to your heart, and your heart always knows what the mind hasn't caught up to yet. And so that's been a big part in accessing my intuition, being able to have a closer relationship with my emotions, and just really ground into the person that I am here to be.
Mhm. I love that so much. So I'm wondering if you can tell us a little bit more about what that looks like for you and being more in your body. You know, sometimes when we are so in our mind, it can be hard to wrap our minds around what you just said. So how does that look like of being more present in our bodies?
Absolutely. So I think one of the biggest things is just starting to notice what states you're in.
Yeah.
At first you can learn all of the practices and all of the techniques, but if you're not aware and you're bypassing your emotional states or discomfort in your body, then it's really hard to know when to use those practices and how to get the most out of them.
Mhm.
So I would say that that's the first thing is just trying to be in the noticing. And something that Lisa says, beautiful point. Thank you, Lisa. Something that really helped me in starting that was starting to journal every day and reflect, what were my states today? Did I feel any discomfort? Where did I step off of the path of alignment? Where did I get frustrated? Where did I feel, my anxiety for me would show up in my body.
Yeah,
And so, but still, I was trying to find a solution in my mind. And so, learning what that anxiety felt like in the body and how to transmute that and release it from the body rather than the mind. The mind is a piece of it, but it's just not the whole piece. I find that without like the body and that emotional transmutation, it's really difficult to get a well-rounded perspective on healing.
amazing. So that kind of shows us your journey. So would you say your missing element was the earth, and then this is why you're tuning into this, or do you feel like it's something that was more natural to slowly tap into?
So I think it was a missing element for me at that point. I think I was much more in the air element than the earth, but coming back to it really felt like coming home. Nature is where I always felt the safest growing up. It's where my inner child still just lights up. It's been one of my biggest teachers. And so really owning that element again and coming into closer relationship with it has helped so much. And one of my mentors, Mia Magic, has also been an amazing source of knowledge in that area and learning how to have a deeper relationship with Earth and really form that bond.
Amazing. And something I'm super curious about is in your chart, do you have a lot of earth? I know we talked about that you have mostly water, but is there any earth there? I'm so curious.
So I do have quite a bit of earth throughout my chart. I am not the best with recalling all of my astrology. I'd probably have to like pull up a birth chart and be like, here, here, here. I am a Virgo, which that's earth, right? But then Scorpio and Pisces are in my chart. So a lot of water there, but I would say the second highest element is earth.
Amazing. All right. So tell us what turns you on the most, what makes you feel most alive, and just so we get to know a little bit more about your essence.
Yeah, honestly, it is nature. And something that I've come back to a lot, something that I realized at Mia Magic's retreat when I went to her Redwoods retreat last year is that there's power in peace.
Mhm.
We don't think of peace as a connection to power, but it really is like being able to go and find your center and really be grounded in each moment gives you so much of an ability to step into that personal power, to expand into the areas of life that, you're calling in and the person that you want to become. And nature has been a big pathway to that for me.